Now, Magneto moves 3 and 4 cost cards. He could have actually moved Vulture to this location if we hadn't have moved a Nightcrawler. So Magneto actually could have accidentally won us the game. Hey everyone, it's ShadowDTV coming at you with another Marvel Snap deck video. We're going to be looking at a Pool 2 deck. A lot of you that have just started playing Marvel Snap as the game has just launched this week, you guys will be starting to move into Pool 2. You might be even close to finishing it, so you'll be unlocking, you already have access to a lot of Pool 2 cards. Once you have all of them, you'll be able to build all the decks that we're going to be showcasing this week on the channel. But if you are missing any cards, let me know in the comment section and we'll find some suitable replacements for them. Guys, if you haven't already, make sure you subscribe to the channel and hit the like on the video. Today we're looking at a move deck. Now the move archetype is really fun. It is quite difficult to play. It's got a pretty high skill level, but don't stress. After you've played it a bunch, you'll know what you're doing. We'll get straight into the deck profile. We'll look at the list and then we'll play some games with it. Guys, let's get straight into it. Okay, so we've got the move deck here, only using Pool 1 and Pool 2 cards. First up, we have Iron Fist. Iron Fist is great. When you play him, you can play him at any location and he'll move the next card you play one location to the left. So it doesn't actually matter. Well, it's not as important where you play Iron Fist. A lot of the move cards, it is very important where you play them. So we'll go through that during the gameplay. Nightcrawler, you can move Nightcrawler once. So we can use Nightcrawler to buff some other cards because they get buffs from cards moving. And we can also use Nightcrawler to just get in and out of bad locations. Forge, on reveal, give the next card you play +2 power. Forge has some good synergies in the deck, which we'll go over soon. But he can just give any card +2 power, which is fine. Craven, when a card moves here, Craven gets +2 power. Like I said, moving cards there like Nightcrawler gives him buffs. So we want to be moving cards to Craven's location. Multiple Man. Now, Multiple Man is key to the deck. When this moves, you add a copy to the old location. Now, a 3-power card moving, copying it doesn't sound that great. But when we can buff it with things like Forge, Hulkbuster can also buff Multiple Man. We're going to be able to get some big Multiple Mans all over the board. Speaking of moving cards, Cloak on reveal. Next turn, both players can move cards to the location. So we want to play Cloak, and then we're going to move our cards that get buffs to that location and get some big power numbers there. Now, to note, our opponent does also get to move cards, but because we're getting the buffs from the cards, generally we're going to come out in a better position. Nakia, on reveal, give the 2 leftmost cards in your hand +2 power. The fact that it's the leftmost cards means we can strategically buff things like Multiple Man and other cards. So, and even Heimdall, getting a 10-power Heimdall, or, can be quite powerful. Doctor Strange, on reveal, Doctor Strange moves our highest power card to his location. So we want to be moving cards that get buffs as well with Doctor Strange. As you can see, we've got lots of ways to move cards around the board. We've got Vulture. When Vulture moves, +5 power. As simple as that. Every time we move Vulture, he's getting some big numbers. We want to move him as many times as we can, really. Hulkbuster is combos great with some of these cards. On reveal, we merge this card with a random friendly card at the location. Merging Hulkbuster with Multiple Man gets him to 7 power. Absolutely insane, copying that all over the board. And also, Hulkbuster helps free up more positions on the board to play cards. And you'll notice with all the copying and things like that, we can fill up our board pretty quickly. We've got Heimdall as our big finisher. On reveal, Heimdall will move all our cards one location to the left. So generally, we want to be leaving the left location open so we can move cards there and move everything over at the end to get a bunch of stats. And last, we have America Chavez. Chavez is great for thinning the deck. Because we only ever draw her on turn 6, it means we're more likely to draw the cards that the other cards that we need for our combos. And then at worst case scenario, if we're in a good position, we can generally just play Chavez on turn 6 to close out the game too. I guess it's kind of like a fail-safe for a lot of decks too. Let's get into the game. Let's make sure we got the right deck. Alright, so currently the featured location is Kamartaj, which doesn't really suit us a ton. Yes, we get some on reveals. We double up some on reveals possibly, but it's not. I guess it's probably not the most amazing deck for the situation. Now we could play Iron Fist over here on the right. We've got Mirror Dimension, which is going to copy another location. We've got Baxter Building, so that's fine for us. We're fine with Baxter Building. Now playing Forge, we're going to give the next card +2 power. I mean, playing Forge and then Vulture's not the end of the world. We could have held Forge for maybe a different card, but I actually think that's completely fine. Our opponent's played Shocker. So we do get Kamatage. This is interesting. When we play Vulture here, he's going to move into the middle. Okay, so our opponent is playing a Patriot deck. Patriot basically buffs cards with no abilities. So, okay, so we get Vulture to 5. We can play... We could also play Multiple Man there, and I guess we could play Craven over here. Thinking maybe we want to play Multiple Man in the middle. And play Craven in the middle. So they're moving together. Okay, they played Debris, which means we're going to get some rocks, which can actually clog up our board a fair bit, and it's going to happen twice. That actually really, really damages the deck. Only Multiple Man's going to move now. Craven's not going to move. This is pretty rough for us, unfortunately. I mean, we can play Cloak and... I don't know. Our opponent's Snap. We pretty much have no way of winning this, unfortunately. We're going to retreat. As you can see, our opponent's already put up some big numbers and we have no room to move our cards. So definitely getting out of that one pretty quickly. Get into another game. Hopefully we can get some a better board state to start with. The locations actually weren't that bad. Just the Kamatage means that you've got some disruptive on reveals like Debris. Yeah, that can be pretty harmful to the deck. Now, this is okay that this location, you can't play cards here after turn 4, but it doesn't mean we can't move cards there, which is exactly what we're trying to do. So on turn 6, cards can't be played here. So if we want to play a Heimdall, it's going to have to be at the right location. That is important to note. Iron Fist, move the cards here. So let's say we play Iron Fist, then Vulture. So they're playing Sunspot there to try and buff that while they can get power on. So we get Savage Land, we get 2 Raptors, again, filling up the board, which isn't... Actually, this deck doesn't like other cards to hit the board because they can clog up the board like those Raptors. We don't have any way of getting rid of them either. You know, free cards are free cards, but if we don't have a way to strengthen them, it can feel pretty bad. We've got Hulkbuster. I guess we could Hulkbuster one of the Raptors. It seems kind of silly, but it does mean that we're going to get more board space. Although we've also got Forge and Doctor Strange to move Vulture around. Maybe we want to play a Forge. Oh, actually, we can't. We've got 4. I guess Forge Doctor Strange next turn's pretty powerful. We can probably play a Nightcrawler here as well, because we can move that away. Now, if we don't draw Heimdall, it can be hard to win games. But sometimes we move cards around enough that we get some power, and then we can finish with Chavez. I really hope we draw Heimdall this turn. If not, we'll still be able to do some things. We still might not be, you know, we still might be in the game, but we won't be able to get anything into this location on the left, which isn't great. Let's see what we're gonna do here. Play Doctor Strange over here. We can play Doctor Strange there. We can play Craven here. This is not good. It's not great for us. And on turn 6, cards can't be played there. Actually, we don't want to play Doctor Strange. Maybe we want to play Nakia and I guess Forge. Yeah. I reckon it's going to be enough power. I actually think it'll be enough power. They play Lady Thor there, which is 8 power. I'm just thinking we've currently got 6 power there. We get Chavez, which is 9 power, and we get to move Nightcrawler there. They've snapped. I'm not going to snap because I'm not too confident, but I think we're looking okay. Wow, they had Magneto. Oh, that's very unfortunate. I think we just lose. Oh, that's heartbreaking. Oh, that is so unlucky. Guys, I thought we were looking okay there. Magneto with that 12 power. That's pretty insane. Now, Magneto moves 3 and 4 cost cards. He could have actually moved Vulture to this location if we hadn't have moved a Nightcrawler. So, Magneto actually could have accidentally won us the game. But there was no telling that they were going to play Magneto, unfortunately. Guys, that is the move deck with pool 2 cards. Guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, make sure you give the video a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. We just hit 500 subscribers and we're getting closer to 600 now. So definitely make sure you subscribe. You guys have been amazing helping out the channel. So thank you so much. Hope you're enjoying the content. I'm ShadowDTV and I'll see you in the next video.